Today's topic, it deals with race in Trinidad here today. The media don't talk about it. The politicians don't mention nothing about it. But it is reality in Trinidad. Indians fighting against Africans, Africans fighting against Indians. For what reason? For what reason? I could remember as a little fella, my father would have been 90 years today. And his best and personal friend from since he was a small lad coming up was a Negro mister, whose name was Mr. Seeley. Yeah. That was his personal friend. Because why? In that time, there was nothing like Indian and African. There wasn't that. Now it reached to that, I don't know for what reason. The whole country, everybody is like a war start here now. But what this war is about? If all of us don't come together, which is Indians and Africans in Trinidad, we would never achieve the right idea, which is to go forward. We would never achieve that. We need to come together. You and I, we need to come together. Forget all the politicians who are trying to separate us. Forget the elderlies who are trying to separate us. Watch the youths today. Indian boys with Negro girls, Indian girls with Negro boys. There is no race there. What they saw in each other, they saw people. So this is what they was looking for. Somebody nice who is a nice person. And if she saw it in he, or he saw it in she, we have to abide by that. So from since then to now, what is it separated us? Up to now, we asking the question, what is it separated us? I am glad today that people are seeing the right and wrong. These politicians and them who are in power right now, or even self who have passed, they all do one thing. They're trying to separate all of us. Look what went on a couple days ago with Mr. Fitzgerald Hines. He was run out of his own constituency because why? He's not representing the people. It happening in UNC constituents too, you know. That when they go on ahead trying to talk to the people, they're running them to an all because why? We need proper representations in order for all of us to go forward. And to move forward, we have to come one. We cannot be two entities. We have to be one in order to go forward. We have to be like that. So the race thing in it can't do that because they are trying to divide us. And we now seen that what is it they're trying to do. So we're leaving out them now and trying to turn to the people who want to bring us together. Not to have Trinidad as half black and half Indian. They don't want it like that again. It have people who want it that all of us are Trinidadians living in a cosmopolitan country where you could walk in any street and you don't have a fear. Now look at how we turn to now. Tough streets in Trinidad you cannot go. Why? Who made it like this? The people, who is us. The people. Because why we failing to understand? This is one land with how many races living here. We all have to share and live in peace and harmony. As from today, we have to change the mentalism in which we all operate. Tomorrow morning, I want you to get up and see an African child and tell him good morning. You as an African, you get up and tell an Indian child good morning. Because why? All of us lives here. All of us lives here. We need to come together. We cannot allow nobody to separate us because 100 years ago, it was no separation. All of us great-grandparents used to be in the same barracks together. There was no difference. So how now we need, this is my street and that is your street. We need not to go this road. We need to change our ways of thinking in order for this to go on, which is for us to come together and be one. We need that. If we don't reach this, it comes as if we're not doing nothing to move forward. We just keep throwing back ourselves, back and back again. We need to go forward, and needing to go forward means you and I, which is an Indian and African, we need to come together. We need to lock horns so the people who are trying to separate us, we should let them know, you cannot do that to us. We was never brought up like this. Yeah, we was never brought up like this. Because I, as a young fella and all too, I take my example from my father, whom my personal friend from youth man. Grew up today, look, both of us get old together, and he's an African guy. And I tell you what, he could come in my house and eat and go in my fridge. And I could go in his house and lie down on his bed and sleep. This is how we live. There is no reason for us to be two. We need to be one.